we got a truck coming. I guess I have to get on the highway safely, right? Yes, gotta be responsible. Well, hello out there, TV land. It is I, the two-wheeled warrior guy. Yeah, and today we're going to talk about this thing. Yeah, it's a 2021 Ducati Streetfighter, 208 horsepower, and about, I think it's 95 pounds of torque or of fun. Yeah, it certainly is. It's a bit of a head turner. I've had now for about 2 weeks, and this is maybe my third or fourth ride. So I'm still getting used to it. So far, wow, yeah, no buyer's remorse on this. It's quite something. Now, coming off a Diavo, this is pretty similar, but a lot different at the same time. It's like a 50-50. Both are really refined machines. Both are really comfortable. The Diavo probably being a little more comfortable for the long hauls, whereas this is more my style. My style is more like ripping around town, maybe putting you know, like 100 or 200 miles on it, or 300 miles in a day if I'm going out rip around. I'm not really a guy who goes around traveling, so yeah, Harley isn't it for me. This is what's it for me. I can cruise around on this thing and I could be an absolute nut bar. Yes! Yeah, after about 8,000 PMs, this thing takes off like a scolded cat. It's yeah, there's lots of videos out there showing that, I tell you. So let's get right down to brass tactics here. Fuel gauge 9. There is no fuel gauge on this thing. Fuel light comes on the way here. I was driving very conservatively, and at about 160 kilometers the fuel light came on. So I will put something here about what that is in miles. Now with that being said, I figured I could probably get another 20k on it while that light comes on, so I probably get about 180k truthfully on the tank if I'm pushing it. That's what I'm guessing right now, but I haven't pushed it that far. Seat height is pretty high. Yeah, I'm 5'10" and a half, and I'm on the balls of my feet, so when I stop on this thing I actually have to scooch over. Tires, they are Rosso Corsa 2s. Yipperoos. Great tires, really sticky, really sticky. Your feet kind of give you a triangular shape when you're on the bike. Really comfortable. You kind of lean forward a little bit. But what's kind of cool, it's going to sound kind of weird, but when you're doing it like a buck 20, buck 30, the wind, yes, you feel the wind, but it's kind of holding you up. It kind of takes the weight off your arms. But anyways, on that note, let's take this son of a Gunther out for a rip. All right, starting the bike. Turn the old key, no fob. Got a fancy display, TFT, looks awesome. Flick up the old switch, hit ignition, and you have blast off. So to what I understand right now, I'm running on 2 cylinders. You can hear this when I rev it, and then when I put it in gear, you can hear the difference. You can definitely hear when the 4 cylinders are running. Ergonomics, everything's in view. You have your mode enter, you have your select. So over here, gives you your trip, your average speed. Apparently I only do 21 kilometers an hour because I'm a safe driver. Time, blah blah blah, outside air. Yeah, the usual stuff. I just fueled up, so everything's kind of not listed right now. So yeah, so 160k I got on this tank before my fuel light came on. Yeah, on this side here you have your control, so your Ducati traction control, Ducati wheelie control, Ducati not too sure because again I just got this bike. Engine braking control. This is pretty cool, so you can actually control your engine braking. If you own a Diavo, level 2, so you have 1 to 3, 2 being in the middle, and engine brakes harder than the Diavo. I haven't tried the highest level yet. I'm not sure that'll be level 1 or level 3, but good God, because yeah, when you're doing like 11,000, 12,000 RPM, you let off the gas, your privates, they land right here without touching the brakes. It's incredible. You got your lights, your flickering, your high beams here, your signals, self-canceling, by the way, which is pretty cool. The last bike I had from Ducati, which is 2013 Diavolo, as I said, it didn't have self-canceling. You have launch control. Yeah, so you can actually have launch control. You have a button here for heated grips, so you have heated grips on here. It's an option. I did not get this. I bought this bike used. I bought it with 2,000K, and I put like over 1,000K on it since I bought this. You know what happens. This thing works fantastically because out there going for a few rides, when you crank on this thing, oh my god, out there, I'd say about 8,000 RPMs. It's like a scolded cat. It just wants to rip your hands off the handlebars. The front comes up. I have the wheelie control set at 5 right now, and the wheel still comes up. So you can be doing like, I don't know, a conservative 175 kilometers an hour. The wheel's not off the ground with traction control, but it's light enough where you can actually move the handlebars when you're getting on that thing. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. So let's pull out of here and we'll talk more. I love this though. This is so cool to me. Yeah, little things. ABS light comes off when you start rolling, just like the Diavolo did. Over some dirt over here. So the suspension, as I'm driving over this cobblestone area, suspension is pretty stiff. Now I do not have the S model. The S model kind of adjusts as you go along. This guy I have to adjust manually. To me, you know something, it's really not worth the price difference. I'm not going to spend that extra kind of coin for something I can manually do myself. In the reflection here, you can see my body position. So I'm slightly bent forwards. Not a lot, but slightly, and it's still comfortable. Whereas the Diavolo I sat more up straight. This I have more of a lean. But with the Diavolo you see more planted in your seat. With this here I can scooch my butt back, and I can actually sit up kind of straight when I'm by the tank. Like right now I'm literally sitting like I do on a Diavolo, but again I'm almost on a tank to do that. You don't want to do that. Stiff suspension. Yep. But I kind of like that. I like the performance of the stiff suspension. The quick shifter. Oh my god. When I first picked this bike up, I was like a little kid. I just could not stop giggling. You know, it's like I never had one before, so I apologize for this. But it's just like, here's my hand. Second gear, third gear, and they're all smooth. And auto blips. I mean, oh my god, this thing is like a toy. It's like a toy. It's like a toy that wants to kill you. But, you know, it's almost like a British assassin. Very dangerous. You don't want to mess around with it. But, you know, very polite. So far, my impressions are, oh my god. Absolutely love it. Riding around town like right now, it feels like riding the Diavolo when you're on these lower RPMs, which is kind of funny because it redlines at 14,500. Yeah, so you know, on most bikes 6,000 RPMs is quite a bit, especially on a Harley. On this thing, 6,000 RPMs, nah, it's nothing. I'm just putting around town, and it's smooth. It's so refined, like really refined. I guess I should turn my indicator on. If you're gonna buy a bike like this, and if you're like me, I don't go on long tours across the country. I'm the kind of guy that just wants to go for a rip, whether it's in town, on some back roads, a few hours tops, and yeah, this is the bike for me. It really is. A bagger, you know, it just doesn't do it for me personally. I love Harleys, but this is more me. It's the Italian hot rod. It's a gentleman, and it's an absolute savage in the next sentence. Oh, we got a truck coming. I guess I have to get on the highway safely, right? Yes, gotta be responsible. Yeah, moves.
And I'm not even like revving out, I'm just kind of hopping along. So yeah, can the bike, so if you're asking yourself, hey, two-wheeled warrior, will this bike keep up with traffic? Will it be comfortable like commuting in traffic? Yes, I think you can.
He looked at the bike and he said, wow, so that's the new Italian hot rod. And I think he nailed it.